Freelancing tips for beginners is a popular topic. Almost everyone is giving free advices, but most of them are impractical or wrong. In this video, I will take you through popular videos to see which tips actually work.
Number 1, find a platform. It could be Upwork, it could be Fiverr or freelancer.com. Number 2, find an in-demand skill. And number 3, master that skill so that you become an expert.
This is not entirely true. The first step is to find your skill that you want to work upon based on your preference, interest, and experience. Because guess what? Skill building comes first. You cannot have mediocre skills and expect to find amazing clients. For example, when I started content writing, I wrote some sample articles and practiced my skill. Then I did an internship, and after writing 20 to 30 articles, my skill started improving. Coming to finding clients, that is the next step. You can check out platforms like Contra, ProBlogger, and communities like FB groups to find your first client, which is way better than saturated platforms like Fiverr. You can check out my video on freelancing websites to know more.
फ्रीलांसिंग में शुरुआत कैसे करें? नंबर 1, आपके वर्क सैंपल्स उनको एक जगह पे कंबाइन कीजिए. नंबर 2, फाइवर, अपवर्क, guru.com ऐसी काफी सारी फ्रीलांसिंग वेबसाइट्स हैं, वहां पर अपना प्रोफाइल क्रिएट कीजिए. नंबर 3, अपने प्रोफाइल को फुली कंप्लीट कीजिए, उसे वेरीफाई कीजिए और फिर उसके बाद क्लाइंट्स को अपने प्रपोजल भेजिए.
It is a good idea to combine your best work samples, but you can try places like Facebook groups and LinkedIn rather than platforms like Fiverr and guru.com. I have already discussed the scams on these platforms and why they don't work anymore in my previous video. The link will be in the description. So instead of making and verifying your profile on this so-called freelancing sites, it's better to reach out to prospects on the right platforms.
कि आप AI आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस से रिलेटेड स्किल सीखें, डेटा साइंस सीखें, उससे रेलिवेंट जितनी फील्ड्स हैं आप वो सीखें, डिजिटल मार्केटिंग सीखें, बिकॉज ये ऐसी स्किल्स हैं जो फ्यूचर के अंदर आपको बहुत ज़्यादा काम आने वाली है. मेरी पर्सनल स्किल सेट में भी ये थोड़ा बाइज ओपिनियन हो सकता है क्योंकि मैं खुद भी एक सोशल मीडिया मार्केटर हूँ और कंटेंट क्रिएटर हूँ, तो मेरी पर्सनल फेवरेट स्किल इज सोशल मीडिया मार्केटिंग एंड कंटेंट क्रिएशन.
I just want to add that don't chase a skill because it's trending. Let's say AI is booming, so you choose an AI related skill. But when it goes out of trend, you will lose interest. Instead, your approach should be to explore and find a skill which aligns with your interest and past experience. For example, I was good at writing essays at school, so I picked content writing and it was easy for me to get started in it. The last thing you want to do is pick a so-called high-paying skill which you don't enjoy in the long run. Next, you have to practice, do internship and gain mastery over your skill. So you see, talent plus hard work will help you win in the long run. And let's be honest, every skill can be high paying if you're at the top 10%. If you're finding this video valuable, hit on the subscribe button so you don't miss out on more content like this.
Now the tip is you need to be jack of all and king of none. So what do I mean by jack of all and king of none? So when you're starting off with your freelance career, I'm assuming that you are a college student, you're an IT student and you haven't really got into the corporate world, so you don't have a lot of experience. So when this is the case, I would suggest you guys that you try out a lot of different technologies rather than sticking to one particular technology, okay? So let's say you want to become a master of PHP and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do web development and I'm only gonna stick to PHP. But you know that technology keeps on changing, a lot of things become obsolete, outdated, and new technologies keep on coming, right? So what if PHP gets outdated? What are you gonna do, right? So instead of that, how about you first start off with PHP, then try a little bit of ASP.NET as well, then get into JavaScript. So this was for web development. Let's say maybe you hop into Android development, mobile apps. Let's say you hop into software development, C# or Java, software apps and whatnot, you know. You need to diversify yourself and you need to be having knowledge about each and everything little bit at least.
This is a brilliant idea, but very few people explain it. In the beginning, you are exploring, so it's better to try a number of skills before you get fixated at one. For example, I started with content writing. I had good samples, portfolio, and I got amazing clients. But then I got fascinated with SEO, and my first SEO client paid me $2,000 a month. So, yes, you need to master one skill and get really good at it. But in the beginning, you must explore. You never know which skill might click with you. So give it a try and be a jack of all trades, at least in the beginning. Summarizing the important tips. Number 1, choose a skill based on your interest after you explore, instead of picking a trending skill. Number 2, find clients on the right platforms instead of saturated freelancing sites. Number 3, combine your best work, which can also be called a portfolio. Number 4, be a jack of all trades and try to explore multiple skills before you settle with one. As we can see, some of these advices might work while others won't. So do not follow advices blindly by online gurus, because most of these gurus do not practice what they preach. Instead, trust advices backed by proof. Now, if you need help with finding high demand skills, then watch the video on the left. Or if you want to know how freelancers make a killer portfolio, then click on the right video.